Hey guys, welcome to another episode. I wanted to do or try to start something a little bit different here instead of just doing all my collections, even though I still have a bunch of stuff from a bunch of bands that I want to do and will do. But I want this to be the first episode of a series that I want to try to do called New Metal Masterpieces. And along with all the, old school death metal and thrash and black metal and stuff that I have in my collection, I do actually have a lot of really fantastic new metal bands and albums in my collection also. Which I'm sure, a lot of you guys that are watching this, probably didn't and still don't like new metal, and, that's okay. Not everybody likes new metal. And I'm not even really 100% into new metal like it used to be anymore either, but some of the albums that I have still hold up even to this day, even though a lot of them are still kind of more generic type metal or whatever. But anyway, let's get to it. So my first episode, I want to focus on a band I remember hearing on the radio, mostly on Q101 around here, like in the Joliet, Plainfield, Chicagoland area around here in Illinois. And I remember when this album came out, the first time I heard their single on the radio, I'm like, who the crap is this? This is freaking heavy. Who is it? I didn't even know that there was any new metal bands coming out at the time. Because at the time when this came out, new metal was relatively, starting to die out, and, people just either went back to the older stuff or they just started looking for other new types of metal, that's out right now or has been out for, however many years recently or whatever, like gent and deathcore and mallcore, even though mallcore's fucking terrible. But anyway, I want to talk about New Killer America from Skrape. The song Waste was on the radio consistently on Q101 all the time, and every time I heard it, and I think, when did this come out anyway, actually? It came out in 2001. I actually think that might have been the year where I might have just been able to start driving, because I started high school in, I think I might have been a junior maybe. But anyway, that doesn't really matter. The point is, I'm getting off track here. The point is even to this day, even though Skrape only did this album and a second one called Up the Dose, which I still want to get a copy of, even though it's really not that great, but I still want a copy of it anyway, is this album still holds up to this day. It's freaking heavy. It's simple. The lead vocalist's vocals are incredibly powerful, and they're very loud. And the production and the mix for this is just superb. It's crystal clear. Like you hear all of the crispness of the cymbals from the drums. And the bass is audible, even though the bass tone is kind of flat. It doesn't really have a lot of, texture or depth to it. But, oh man, this album, it just brings back so many memories for me when it came out. And even to this day, like I said a minute ago, it's still really heavy. The song structures are actually pretty simple. And it really is just a new metal masterpiece. I mean, if you really want to go back and look at some of the other new metal bands that aren't around anymore, like Cold Chamber, and even though I never really liked Korn very much, but Korn and just a lot of stuff like that. This album holds up way better than a lot of the other bands' albums do. And I'm not including Korn in that though. Korn is, their first few albums are classic. I mean, I can't include Korn in that same paragraph that I just spewed forth from my blasphemous mouth. But anyway, yeah, just it's just so many great memories of this album. And I think I remember I might have gotten this at Target, because I remember there's another episode about this album I'm gonna say here in a second. I have some memories about it too, but the very first Static X album, New Wisconsin Death Trip, I got that at Target, and I remember seeing the video for Push It on the TVs in Target, and I'm like, I gotta buy that. But anyway, that's for a different video. I keep getting off track, sorry guys. But this is just one of those new metal albums where every song is badass, every song is heavy, every song is simple, every song, just anytime I listen to just any random song from this album, it gets stuck in my head for days, and I can't get it to go away until, you know, like maybe 2 or 3 weeks later. It's so groovy and catchy. And if any of you guys are interested, I highly recommend getting this, whether you're into new metal or not. And you know, I'm still looking for Up the Dose, and that's really all I got. So it's time for me to eat some more mixed nuts, and I'll watch you.